Cinematic sounding videos are responsible for the tingly feeling of excitement, you know, in your stomach.
Tickle, tickle, tickle!
Creating a cinematic and professional feeling will bring you closer with your audience. It's time for 10 mind-blowing sound tricks in Premiere Pro. Trick number 1. Foley is a technique used in movies, TV shows, cartoons, whatever. It's used to make everything sound perfect. You basically remove the sound that came from your camera when recording, and then you replace the audio with sounds you recorded afterwards. Like with this coffee machine, for example. To do that, grab a microphone or use your smartphone and record yourself pouring small drops of water into a glass. Then in Premiere, sync the recorded water drops underneath your coffee dripping. Of course, make sure the timing is perfect. Now we're gonna make it sound more natural by adding some room ambience. Just place your microphone somewhere in the room and then in Premiere, drag that clip underneath the video. There you go. Trick number 2. Manipulate your sound effects to fit your environment. For example, this man jumping in the water. So once the camera's underwater, I want the audio to sound like it's actually underwater as well. To create that effect, we're gonna nest all the sound effects together in one clip. To do that, select everything, also your video clip, then right-click and choose Nest. Then remove everything in the timeline and drag the nested sequence back into the timeline. There you go. And oh yeah, make sure Insert and Override is enabled. Otherwise, it will just import the insides of the nested sequence. Alright, now in the effects library, find the low-pass filter and drag it on your nested sequence. Head over to the effect controls and move the player to the moment where your camera goes underwater. Right here, set a cutoff keyframe. Then move the player back to the moment where your camera is above water. Right here, set the cutoff to 20,000 Hz. That is the highest hearable frequency for humans, by the way. And there you go, that sounds awesome. Number 3. Use panning to create depth in your videos. For example, look at this video of a park that I sound designed. The first one is a clip of birds, the second one of a church bell, and the third one is just some crowd ambience. All of these sounds are mono. They're in the middle of the mix. We're gonna spread out some of these sounds to the left and right. For example, the birds and the church bell. To do that, select the clip of the birds, for example. Then in the effect controls, find the panner property. Then in here, simply adjust the balance to the left or the right. Then do the same thing for the other clips and there you go, amazing. It's time to level up to trick number 4, animating the panning. Look at this clip of a beautiful car passing by. We're gonna animate the sound of the car from the middle to the right. To do that, select the clip in the timeline and go to the effect controls. Move the playhead to the moment where the car is in the middle of the frame and set a balance keyframe. Then move the playhead further in time and move the sound to the right side. Don't drag it all the way to the right because that won't sound natural. There you go. Number 5. I actually tried shooting this car clip myself, but then I realized my camera ran out of battery. I didn't really have enough time to try and shoot it again. But that's where I use Storyblocks, the sponsor of today's video. I just typed in the shot I needed and boom, there you go. There's hundreds of clips you can use. There are so many risky, expensive and time-consuming aspects of video production, and sometimes the results end up not being worth the investment. For example, when you crash your drone trying to get the perfect aerial shot. You should have used Storyblocks. It only takes you a few seconds until you find a shot you like, and with the plugin, you don't even have to leave Premiere. Storyblocks' curated stock library has everything you need to create high-quality video in one place. With over 1 million 4K HD footage, templates, music, sound effects, images, and more, you can download unlimited high-quality assets for one predictable subscription cost, monthly or annual. You can say goodbye to expensive pay-per-clip pricing. You can enhance your social media videos by accessing exclusive Storyblocks label music tracks directly in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Storyblocks will always keep you legally covered and protected from copyright strikes and all that stuff. That way you can focus on actually creating and not wasting time on chasing legal rights. Besides that, you can save hours with pre-made motion graphic templates. Choose from thousands of templates for After Effects, Premiere Pro, Apple Motion, DaVinci Resolve. This is a huge time saver. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head over to storyblocks.com/premierebasics or just click the link down below. Trick number 6. Layering sounds. Doing this will get you a unique sound effect that only you possess. You can do this with anything, for example 2 whooshes. I really love the body of this whoosh and the tail of the other one. To layer them, simply trim away the tail of the first whoosh and the body of the second whoosh. Then snap them against each other. Next, click in between the 2 whooshes and hit Shift+D on your keyboard. This will create a cross dissolve. Now adjust the length and position of the fade effect until you're satisfied. There you go, you now have your own unique swoosh sound. Tip 7. Using reverb to make your sounds fit the screen. Look at this clip of a woman walking in church. The footsteps sounds really dry, which makes it sound unrealistic. It should have more reverb to make it fit the room. To do that, we're gonna nest the footsteps first. This way the reverb we're gonna apply now will be applied to all the footsteps. Head over to the effect controls and click on edit to open up the effect. In here, choose the endless tunnel preset. The further away the person is, the less dry you want the footsteps to sound, so the more reverb you want to add. The more you drag this slider, the less detail will be in your sound. There you go. Trick number 8. Using reverb on these small clips can be hard because of the last one. It will cut off once the clip ends because you can't make it longer. But there's a fix for this. If you have multiple clips, you can of course nest them and then reverb will work on the entire clip, just like we did before. However, the last sound will still be cut off. So to fix that, duplicate the clip a few times. Now drag down the volume curve of every clip except of the first one. Now select all of them and put them together again in a nested sequence. Now you can apply as much reverb as you want. Number 9. Use an EQ to create distance in certain sounds. I also have a clip of an organ playing in church. Now, it's actually just a song from Storyblocks and it sounds way too close. To fix that, find an equalizer in the effects library and drag it on your song. Then in the effect controls, click the edit button again to open it up. In here, you can see low, mid and high frequencies of your sound. The further away the music is playing, the less high frequencies will be hearable. So to create that effect, enable the low pass band and drag it to the left. All the frequencies on the left side will be cut out. You can also use the gain control to lower the volume if needed. Tip number 10. Learn how to make bad audio sound amazing in the next lesson right here. Thank you guys so much for watching.